So as you can see from here, the question says, draw a cycloid of a circle of diameter 50 mm for one revolution. Also draw a tangent and a normal to the curve at a point of 35 mm above the baseline. So first we'll go to this circle option, okay? And other you can choose the center radius option. So in that you have to go for center radius. So radius will be my 25 mm, or you can even go for center diameter, okay? So I'm going for center diameter and I'm selecting here and the diameter should be 50. So I'm straight away typing here 50. To make it sure that it's 50, just click on this dimension, okay? And go to the diameter option and once check it. So as you can see here, that dimension is coming around 50. Okay. So whenever you are solving the question, always try to see the dimension of the circle. Why? So because sometimes what will happen, I've seen many people straight away they'll go here and they'll go for center radius. Okay. And then from here, they will type value of 50 directly. And the line which they will draw it from here is pi d. So pi d is 157. Okay. And so if I draw a line from here, there is a pi d, it is 157. Okay. So you can see for the bigger circle, it's coming too small. Okay. So what will happen that you may not get a perfect curve. So to avoid this mistake, whenever you draw the circle, always try to measure the distance, or we can say measure the diameter of the circle, how much it is. Okay. Always first verify, then proceed with the drawing. Because if you have committed a mistake here, okay, then you cannot retrieve it again. Okay. So I have drawn a circle of diameter 50. And then as I know, I have to draw one straight line from here of length of 157. If you multiply into pi d, okay. So pi d is the length. So it's nothing but if you multiply, you will get a value of 157. So that I'm making it. Okay. Now I will zoom it and I will try to move this figure. So just click one time in the corner. Okay. And then drag towards the right hand side. So it will select in blue and then move it from this base point to this base point. Okay. I hope it's fine. Now, this circle I have to divide into 6 parts, 8 parts, 12 parts. It's up to your wish. Okay. As much part you want to divide. Similarly, you have to divide this also into same equal number of parts. So first I will make a square from here again. The length should be 157. Okay. And I'm joining it. Again from the center. Okay. So you can see here, when I'm coming here, it is not showing me the center of the circle. Okay. So to get the center of the circle, just come to the corner of the circumference of the circle. Then the center will pop up. Then simply go here. Okay. And then drag. This is also another 157. So this tree line I have drawn. Now I have to divide this circle into 6, 8, or 12 equal parts. So I'm dividing into 6 equal parts. For that, to repeat the same line command, just press enter or spacebar. So I'm pressing enter or spacebar button. Okay. And from here, I have drawn a straight line up to this portion. Okay. Why? Because I will go for the polar array command. Because if I'm going for the divide line, okay, divide command, it will divide the circle into random parts or random equal parts. But that thing I don't want to do. Okay. So first from here, I have done one straight line. Okay. Select it. Go for this option of polar array. And it is asking me the center about which I want to form the array. So I know I want to form it about the center of the circle. So again, come here, click it. And by default, as you can see, it is taking 6. If you want, you can delete and you can make it 8. Press enter. If you want, you can make it into 12 also. It's up to your wish. Okay. So I will suggest to go for 6 only. So again, I'm showing you. Select this part first. Okay. Go to this polar array option. Go for the center. And by default, it took 6. So that is fine. Then close the area. Now I have to now divide this center line into some six equal parts. Why? Because I divided the circle also into six equal parts. Similarly, I have to divide this center line also into six equal parts. So as we know, the command is div for dividing. Press enter. And now it is asking me to select the object which I want to divide. So I want to divide this into some equal number of parts. So click on it. And as I divided the circle into six equal parts, so I will divide the center line also into six equal parts. Six, enter. You can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So it has divided the circle into six equal parts. Okay. Now from each end of this line, I will draw a straight lines. Okay. Now next we'll go for the annotations. Okay. So we know here this is my C part. This is the center. Okay. And this is my anything random D, B, anything you can choose here. So I'm mentioning here C. So go for this option, multi-line text. And at this position, I'm writing it here as capital C. Okay. So make it somewhat big. I'm making it into 5. Enter. Okay. And now this C, I will make it like C1, C2, C3, C4, C5. Like this, I will make it. Okay. So Control C, Control V. Okay. So as it is coming close to this point, okay. So I just switch off the ortho snap. You can see here. This is object snap. This I'm switching it off. And this is my C1. Okay. And similarly, just take a copy and from click anywhere C1 to C2, C3, C4, C5. Okay. So change this into C2, this one to C3, this one to C4, and this one to C5. Now, similarly, this is my 1. Again, I'm naming it. It's my 1. Okay, I'm making it to somewhat big. It's my 1. This is my 2. This is my 3, 4, 5, and 6. I hope it's clear. This is my 2, 3, 4, 5, and that's my last one, 6. Okay. Now, so what I will do now, everything is done. And one more thing, as you can see, I will draw one straight line from here. Okay, the baseline. So as you can see, when I'm coming close to the point, it is not showing me the end point or the center point. Why? Because my object snap is off. So again, come to this point and click it on. Our shortcut is F3. Okay. Now from here, I've drawn a straight line. Now this line I will copy to each and every point. Okay. So simply click it. Go to copy option. So I want to copy it from here to here. Again, just click on move and click on. Okay. Now that is done. Now I will try to move this circle from this C position to C1 position. Okay. Now better to just make one circle here and then we will move that circle. Okay. So again, I will go to this center radius option. And from here, I will draw one circle of radius of 25 mm. So we'll assume that this circle is now at center C1. And to not to get confused, I will change the color so that there won't be any confusion. Okay. So now right now it is at C1. So this orange curved circle, okay, this line also, I will change the color because it's a center line. Okay. Now this circle is cutting is at position C1. So it has we have to check with this circle is cutting the one line. So this line is 1 and 5 line. This line is 2 and 4 line. And this is third line. And this is sixth line. As you can see from here, 6. So this is my sixth line. This is a common line for 1 and 5. This is a common line for 2 and 4. And this is only for third line. Okay. Now, as this circle is the center C1, so we have to check this circle at center C1, okay, should cut the one line, okay, or the line which is passing through one point. So I know this is my line, okay. So this circle is cutting this line at this portion or this point. So just type PO for the point and mark it here, okay. Again, move from here to C2. So zoom in. So as we know from the wheel, if you rotate the wheel up and down, you can zoom in, zoom out. Okay, so please try to zoom in and click at the respective point C2. Okay, and now this is my one point. Okay, so not to get confused, I'm changing the color into somewhat making the color into somewhat different. Okay, I got this point. Now when the circle is at C2 position, which is my second line, this is my second line. Okay, so I got a point here. Just see the intersection point. Okay, so this is also the same color. Okay, now again I have to move it from C2 to C3. So again zoom. Again, now it is at C3 position. So I have to check the third line. That means the line passing from the third point. So it is just a single line here which is passing. So the point is here. Okay. Similarly from C3 to C4. So please always try to zoom in. Okay. Now this is at the fourth position. It should pass from the fourth line. So this is my fourth line. Okay. So it is this point and so on to C5. Again, I'm zooming. I got this point. The last one, as you know, will be this point. So by default, one point will be here and one point will be here because my curve is starting from here and it will end up till here. Okay. Now, when all the points is done, simply go to this one, spline fit, click on this part and select all the points. So I think my ortho is on, so make ortho off. Okay, and go for end tangency. And then press enter. So you can see you got a curve. It's a fine curve. Okay, and as I have to make it more darker because I'm more interested in the curve, so I will go to this position properties, click on this after selecting the curve and go for any one option. So I'll go for 0.6. Now our curve is done. Now it is saying that we have to draw a tangent and normal to the curve at a point of 35 mm above the baseline. So we know this is my baseline. Okay. On this baseline, I have to draw a tangent and normal on the curve at a distance of 35 mm from the baseline. Okay. So to do so, what I will do from here, I will simply extend the line. So lengthen it. Okay. And then I will go for this dimension option and go for the linear command. As you can see from here, linear. Okay. Click on this part and make sure your orthogonal is on. Click here and the distance is 35. Press 35, enter, and pull the line. Okay. So to make you more visible, I will just change the color. So you can see this line, dimension line of 35, is cutting this curve at two positions, one here and one here. Okay. So when I'm coming to this part, okay, this point will be too much close to the main circle. So please try to avoid it. So I will try to draw in this part. Okay. So I can see here 2 point, this line, dimension line is cutting this curve at this point. So just type PO and mark the point. And so to not to get confused, I will change the color. Okay. And this is my point P. This is my point P. Okay. Now, after finding the point P, now you have to draw one circle of radius of the given circle. So suppose this circle is given here, how much? It's given here diameter to 50. So you have to draw a circle of diameter 50 here from the point P, so that it will cut the circle, so that it will cut the center line at some place X. Okay. So from here, you can go for center diameter. If you're going for center diameter, you have to put the value as 50. If you're going for center radius, go for value of 25. So I'm going for center radius, click on that part, and from here, draw right 25. Okay, because it is center radius. Now again, I got one point here, just cutting the center line. This point is my point X. Okay. Now from this X point, I'll try to move it. Now from this X point, you try to draw a straight line, okay, up to the baseline. Okay. And now again from this point, the place where it's cutting is nothing but my normal starting line. So this side I'm taking as N dash. Okay. Now from N dash, you draw a line, you'll enter. Make sure your ortho is off and join P and extend the line. Okay. So this is your normal. Now to this normal, again I have to draw the tangent. So we know how to draw it. So L, enter, PER, enter. Just click anywhere and it is not showing. So again, press tab L, enter, PER, enter. And as soon as you bring to the line on which you want to draw a perpendicular line, you will saw square kind of option. So click on that part and pull it. But this line should pass from the middle, from this point P. So just click it and move it from the, it is asking me from which point I want to move it. So as I don't want to move it from the end point. I have to move it from the midpoint. So just traverse the cursor on the line. You will get a triangle option. Click on it and zoom and bring it to the point P. So this will be your normal and tangent. So this will be your T dash. And this will be your T. Okay. And I'm just changing the color, make it more thicker, the same as the curve. Okay, so that's a curve. So remaining other thing like naming, which is my directing circle, tangent, normal, this whole thing I'm not doing. Okay, so this way you can draw the cycloid. I hope it's clear.